What is good, everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'll be telling you guys how to have perfect aim in Modern Warfare 2. Yes, sir, the tips and tricks videos are back. I know you guys have missed these, and it feels good because there's a lot of stuff to go over in MW2. This game does not play like the past few COD games. There's a lot of stuff to talk about, so I'm gonna be uploading a lot of tips and tricks videos. But today we're gonna talk about how to have perfect aim in this game, because I was watching some of your streams, your videos, and honestly, you guys are missing a little too many shots for my liking. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm here today to help. Hopefully it helps. If it does help, make sure to send it to your friends, teammates, your COD squad. And yeah, hopefully it does help. But first, let's talk about the centering. Now you might ask, what is centering? You see the dot in the middle of my screen right here? It's where you focus when you walk around the map. So let's say I'm walking around the map and that alley is a hot spot. I'm going to center there. I hear someone to my right. I'm going to center there. It pretty much is you being ready for something that is yet to happen, being ready for where they're about to come, and just being able to aim in, shoot real quick, and just have your centering ready. Because let's say I'm running like this. I'm running this guy pops out there. It's going to be hard for me to kill them. But let's say I go around this corner. I'm ready, already centering at this doorway. I'm ready to go. I'm centering at the gate. I'm ready to go. But I'm like running, centering at the floor. I'm not really ready for any gunfights. I have to lift my stick up, go to the right, and then be ready for it. So centering is pretty much aiming at the hot spots of the map and just knowing where people are going to be. Of course, when you have UAVs and stuff, is a lot easier, but this is what you need to practice when we don't have UAVs. You're not always going to have UAVs all the time. Like sometimes you're going to have to fight your way out of a spawn trap. So you're going to have to pre-aim the window or the corner or whatever it may be to anticipate where the enemy is coming from. And when you get this down, it's going to make the game so much easier. You're going to have so much more fun, because trust me, it is not fun to get spawn trapped in this game. It is a lot more fun to spawn trap them and get a lot more kills. And this will help you spawn trap them more and also break out of the spawn traps. So make sure when you're walking on the map, this will take some repetitions to learn like where the maps are and the hot spots on the map. Like if you're running through Zig, I'm Zig, and you see how I slowly turn. I'm starting around the corner. I'll slowly turn my aim so it's ready at that doorway. So I'll be running, slowly turning, bang, ready at that doorway. I stopped shooting there. It almost got me killed. But look at good centering. Saved my life. And guys, this is just a private match, just playing bots lobby. This is not a public match or anything like that, so do not get confused. But yes, that is step number one of getting your centering on point. And now let's talk about the best settings to use to have the best shot possible. Personally, for me, I think my sweet spot is 6.6 sensitivity with a 1 ADS. That's what a lot of professional Call of Duty players play on in the past couple games, and even this year, anywhere from like 5.5 to 7.7, unless you're selling him who plays on 10.6, which is kind of crazy, but that's a whole nother story. You usually want to find a sensitivity that's comfortable for you. I can show you guys my settings real quick, but like I said, if you're a sniper, you probably want to play at a higher sensitivity. If you are an SMG player, and you might want to play it a little bit lower, like a sniper, you're playing on like 2020. You're trick shotting. If you're running a regular gun, maybe anywhere from like 6.6 to like 10.10. So it's pretty high, but not too high. And the better you get at Call of Duty and the better your centering gets, it will seem like you're moving faster even when you're on a lower sensitivity, because people might say, wow, 6.6 seems pretty slow. But when you're in the mix and you know exactly where to aim at and just look on the map at all times, it is going to seem a lot faster than just playing on 6.6. So trust me, it is not slow once you get used to it. But let me show you guys my settings real quick. Let's do a quick run through. I'm not going to break them down too much. I have other settings videos so you guys can see that, but I'll show you guys. Big tactical flip, that's preference, 6.6 180s, all this stuff. And then we're going to go to advanced. I play on dynamic. Make sure you play on aim response curve type dynamic. It is the best. And then where am I looking for? What am I looking for? I'm looking for the dead zones. Yes, there they are. Input dead zones. These are very important. So left stick to 0, right stick, depending on how old your controller is, I bump it up 1. If I still have what's it called, the drag, where it's moving your analog stick, your stick drift, I bump that up. So 0.9, then the trigger 0. So I pretty much pull the trigger down and it shoots quicker. But you want to find settings that are comfortable for you, because we're all different. So you find settings that work best for you. What I like to do, if I do change a setting, I just use it for at least a day or two and don't change it, because I know when you first change, you're going to really want to change it again. It's very easy again, that cycle of you're always flipping, changing settings. But stick to it for like 24 to 48 hours and really give it a shot before you actually change it. And something really cool that was added to this new game was actually the center dot setting. So we're gonna go back into our settings. If you go to interface, you scroll down to advanced interface settings, you could turn center dot on. I personally just have the default, but you could change it to this. You could change it to larger, so your dot looks bigger. So it might be easier to just center on stuff. This could be a good way to really start your centering, kind of build that foundation, and then as you get better and better and more used to it, you can change the dot, or you can just keep it because it's working really well. So I'd highly recommend checking this out, because this is really cool. I remember back in the day, people would put like tape and a red dot on the middle of their monitor to try and have a dot like that to like help with their aim assist. I never did that, but actually maybe I tried it once or twice, but I just stopped doing that. But this is really cool that it has it in this game. So now we're gonna go back there and I'm gonna turn on to largest and see how big this one is. Now this center dot is really big. Personally, I've been playing Call of Duty for about 15 years. I've been pro for about 8 or 9 years. So I'm just so used to Call of Duty without it, but this is a huge help. Like if I just started playing and I was struggling, I might just have this on just to know exactly where I'm aiming at that moment. Because this is really cool. Highly recommend you take a look at this. At least give it a try, even just for a couple games, and see how you like it. But that's a really cool thing they added. So I'm gonna turn that off because I'm just not used to it. Yes, and now we're at the fun part: movement and strafing. I know a lot of people have been complaining about the movement. Some people love the old school movement. Some people hate it. You can let me know in the comments if you like the new movement in this game or hate it. Personally, I don't mind it. I'm just getting used to it, and I enjoy it. I'm down for no slide cancels because my controllers were my analog sticks were getting messed up very quickly. But yeah, so in this game, let's talk about strafing. What a strafe is. Pretty much when you're in a gunfight like this and I'm moving, this is strafing. You're strafing back and forth, or you get strafe to the right, you get strafe to the left. This is a huge thing you must do in Call of Duty if you want to take your game to the next level. So what you want to do, you're centering, you're ready for a gunfight, you're strafe back and forth so they cannot hit you, but you can hit them. Hit the right. I know someone's coming over here. I'm gonna pre-aim. I'm gonna strafe left. Ooh, I'm cutting back now. That's something that it will take time. That bot just strafed against me. See, even bots can do it. It's really good. So pretty much what you want to do is your left analog stick, you want to move it left, right, and just practice that. It doesn't need to be something crazy where you're going all the way to the left or all the way to the right at first, but just start implementing into your gameplay a little bit. Don't just walk out of the gate, aim, and stand still. Walk out of the gate, strafe right heavy. So make the enemy have to move their aimer to keep it on point on your character, while you are improving as a player and your centering is even better. So when you're strafing, you can still center and snap to the right. Like you're still aiming at the same thing. I'm not gonna lie, it will take some practice. It's not gonna instantly happen. It will take time though, but I think you guys will be really happy with the progress you make when you do see some improvements. Like it's gonna feel really good. I have low ammo. I need this bot to kill me. Bot, please kill me, please kill me. And now the other movements though, because there's some movements that help, there's some movements that hurt. What's really good sometimes is in this game, if you catch them off guard, if you jump around a corner, letting you like wide swing the corner like that. But what I found is probably the best thing in this game, which is kind of surprising. It's usually never like this in CODs. The best thing to do is when you just come out of a strafe. Like you sprint out around the corner. I'll show you guys. So you sprint out and you just start strafing. Sprint, aim in, strafe. Sprint, aim in, strafe. Usually the jump shot was really good. Like on Black Ops 2, it was incredible to jump shot. In Vanguard and Modern Warfare, it was incredible to slide cancel around corners. But the jump to ADS is actually slower than the sprint to ADS in this game. So you really just want to sprint ADS, bang, sprint to ADS, the movement speed, bang, straight back and forth, so they cannot hit you while you hit them. Another thing you want to be careful is, let's say you're on top of this and you aim. You see how your gun kind of jumps like this? Be careful when you're landing because your gun does kind of bob around when you're jumping. Also, the drop shot, we're going to make an in-depth video of this and why it's so good. But the drop shot is godlike. Start drop shotting more. And last but not least, as a controller player, and many of you guys are controller players, if you play mouse and keyboard, you're probably gonna hate this one, but you want to use aim assist to your advantage. Aim assist is very good. No, it doesn't aim for you. It doesn't just make you have aimbot pretty much. You still have to aim, and we still see people missing Call of Duty all the time, but it is a big help. So you want to use it to your advantage. Let's say I'm pre-aiming like this. You see how my gun is like following him? Like I'll show you guys, and hopefully the bot doesn't kill me. But when you're aiming down a sight and you see a character, you see how it kind of like is locked on? That's why it's also good to strafe, because when you're strafing, your aim is still on them. Unless you completely like take your hand or take your thumb and move it on the analog. But right there, it's still kind of moving. It's still on them. It's still on them. That's why strafing is so beneficial, because the rotational aim assist. And we're gonna have to make a whole video breaking down rotational aim assist. So make sure to like and comment if you want to see that one, because we have a lot of stuff to break down on this game. There's so much new stuff, and there's so much good and bad stuff that I'm sure some of you are doing or some of you aren't doing. So make sure when you are aiming down, you're constantly strafing, because your controller is helping you stay on them. But what you shouldn't do is aim and then move. Like, don't move like that. Literally, you see how it's like locked on a little bit when you stay on them? You want to keep doing that, and that's what the center dot will help with. That's what videos and tips and tricks like these will help with. And hopefully this video is a big help to you and your teammates gameplay. So thank you guys all for watching. If you're ready for the next one, just let me know in the comments. I can upload any tips and tricks videos. If you have any questions, I'll try to reply as many comments as I can and get as many videos pumped out as I can to help you guys get better at Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. But thank you guys all for watching. I will see you in the next one. And always, my name's Attach, and I'm out. Peace.